Else on the agenda. 3 more medals are still on the line for the taking in men's gymnastics. And for more on that, we go to Bart Connor with Kathy Johnson.
Welcome to the Lennon Sport and Concert Complex for the final night of men's gymnastics individual event finals. Hi everyone, I'm Bart Connor. Now last night medals were awarded in the 3 events, the floor exercise, the pommel horse, and the rings. Tonight we'll see the final 3 events. Of course, the star of the Goodwill Games to this point in the men's gymnastics has been young 18-year-old Alexei Nemov. He has 4 gold medals so far. He's in 2 more event finals tonight. If he could win 6 gold medals, he would set a record for the most golds in a single Goodwill Games. Joining me is Kathy Johnson. Now, Kathy, Alexei Nemov is only 18 years old. How impressed are you with this young man?
I'm really impressed with him, but not just because he's won so many gold medals and has a legitimate shot at breaking the record. He was in first place in the qualifying rounds in both the parallel bars and the high bar. What I'm most impressed with is the fact that he does such beautiful gymnastics. He's 5 feet 8 inches tall, which makes his gymnastics so magnificent. But look at the pointed toes and the straight legs, and a word we use a lot of times in gymnastics is amplitude, and he's full of it. Everything is so big.
Now, Nemov, at only 18, has a chance to set the new gold medal record. We're going to be excited to watch that. For the United States, Cheney Humphrey will be on the high bar in the finals. Cheney has a really exciting routine as well. He has a shot at a medal.
It's a great routine, and he qualified for the finals this year at the World Championships, doing 4 release moves in a row. He's the only gymnast here in the finals doing that. And if he's on, he has a real good shot at a medal if he can stick the landing on his dismount. And sometimes he has a little trouble with that.
Once again, it's the men's individual event finals. The top 8 qualifiers come into this event from the preliminaries. We'll see competition in the vault, the parallel bars, and the horizontal bar. We'll keep you posted on the story here at the Goodwill Games gymnastics competition as Alexei Nemov has a shot at a new Goodwill Games record. For now, let's go to Dick Button and Peggy Fleming at figure skating.
They finally called it quits last night in men's gymnastics. A Russian and Ukrainian had each won 2 gold medals in individual apparatus. There was unfinished business, though, to get to tonight. 3 more disciplines involving at least 9 more medals. Now, for that story, let's go to Bart Connor with Kathy Johnson.
Our gymnastics competition continues here at the Lennon Sport and Concert Complex in St. Petersburg. It's the men's gymnastics individual event finals. Hi everyone, I'm Bart Connor. There are 3 events on the schedule for tonight's individual event finals competition. 2 events are already complete. Let's take a look at the winners in those events. Kathy Johnson, Grigory Misyutin gave us the most spectacular vault of the night for the gold.
This was a handspring double front. So few gymnasts can even attempt this vault. It is highly risky and next to impossible to land. It was nice to see him win here.
Then over on the parallel bars, there was a tie for the gold medal, first with Yevgeny Shabayev.
He showed amazing technique on very, very difficult skills. In fact, his routine was so strong, he was even able to take a step on the landing and still come up with gold.
Dong Zhong shared the gold medal with Shabayev.
He showed amazing form, beautiful body line throughout the routine, and a high level of difficulty as well. You'll see right here, giant full turn on top of the bar.
And then the star of the competition, 18-year-old Alexei Nemov, earned the first medal of this Goodwill Games that wasn't gold. He got the bronze, missing out on the gold by just 25 thousandths of a point. Now as we get ready for the final event of the men's individual event finals, the high bar, it's always an exciting event. Nemov cannot set a new record, but he could tie the existing record if he could get a gold medal in this final event, winning his 5th. Kathy Johnson, the high bar is always terrific.
Considering how consistent he's been all week long, there's no reason to believe he won't perform beautifully on the high bar, and he certainly has a great chance at a gold there. But hey, this is the high bar. Anything can happen here. It's going to come down to who hits and then sticks their landing.
We're getting ready for competition now, and our final event, certainly the most exciting, the high bar for the United States. This will be 20-year-old Drew Durbin. Trains at Ohio State University with Peter Corman. Has had a pretty good competition here.
He has had a great experience at the Goodwill Games, a lot of success. He was the top American in the team competition.
This is a great event for Drew. A lot of difficulty in this routine.
Beautifully done. Little off there on the skill following, but a good cover.
Kept it moving well.
Beautiful double twisting, double back. Had to pipe down some for the landing.
Good for him. All week long, he'd struggled with some numbness in his right leg. He's got some nerve problems in his lower back. And even yesterday after the competition, he said, I can't feel my right leg. And he's just gutting it out here, going for the big moves.
That is such a difficult release move. One of the most difficult releases to catch. And he did have to cover afterwards, but boy, he covered well.
Yeah, he pulled in close, got the legs close to the bar, but kept moving nicely. The score for Drew Durbin, a 9.475, a good routine. A little unlucky that he had to go up first of the 8 competitors here in the high bar finals, but his coach Peter Corman's happy. So is Drew. Now from China, Chen Liang.
And his big move is a Kovacs, a back 1.5 over the bar. And it's right here he goes for it so aggressively. Actually kicks out.
Very aggressive swing elements and release combinations. The judges require the gymnast to do some type of release move.
We're seeing a lot of big dismounts here. Oh, he landed straight-legged, shot his hips backwards. That's unfortunate because he really was in a good position for a better landing.
This is a very young Chinese team. They're so talented, but international competition is relatively new for many of them. This was outstanding. Wow.
As you said, I mean, aggressive is the only way to describe that. And the dismount was well done. Not as difficult as the one we saw from Drew Durbin, but he stayed in a beautiful laid-out position and was really in a better position than the landing would dictate. He landed lock-kneed, shot his hips back, and really had to take a step back.
The score for Chen Liang, 9.5 on that high bar routine. Now from Romania, Nistor Sandro, just 19 years old. It's one of his best events.
In addition to the big release move, the judges are also looking for other types of difficulty, like the stalders with the legs between the arms, a front stalder reverse with his hands in the opposite direction. He also performs them backwards.
Oh, that's a nice
great.
move. The jam right to the handstand. Only one release move in this routine.
But a double twisting, double layout. I can't believe he took that hop. It just looked like if he could have just hung with it, he could have stood right out without taking a little hop.
He got most of his bonus points in this routine from combinations of stalders that jam right through the handstand. That's a requirement. This here, over grip, straddle position, stalder, will earn him some bonus points, especially when he pirouettes out of it.
Dismount was a double layout with 2 twists. And as I said, I thought if he could have just hung with the landing a little bit longer and really squeezed, he might not have had to take that hop back.
Score a 9.575 for Nistor Sandro. That will put him in first place for the moment. Alexei Voropayev now already has 4 medals at these games. Gold with the team, silver in the all-around, and rings, a bronze on the vault. He's been very intense here, very focused.
This is a great event for him. Unfortunately, he missed it in the team competition, and he missed it in the all-around. But when he missed in the all-around, he still scored a 9.35 with a fall. So that shows you his potential here.
Oh, he caught that just right.
He missed one of those in both competitions. He's right in. He took it in a little closer this time. Wasn't going to take any chances.
Those doubles over the bar used by Trent Demas from the United States. He won the gold medal in Barcelona with that move on the high bar.
He's usually great at the landings. Oh, he's a little over-rotated. But that's the best routine he has done on this event all week long.
You're right, he's really misjudged some of the release moves. The double over the bar that he does is really great. He has a tendency to push it a little bit too far back and miss the regrasp.
He really takes everything to the fullest. You can see just aggressive on the swing, really pops it up in the air, locks into that laid out position, and just pulled it around a little too far.
So our gymnastics continues here. We'll be back with the score for Varopayev. Pretty big biceps.
So once again, a Russian gymnast is sending a blunt message to his competitors. Go for the silver.
Because the gold belongs to us. And you know what? We haven't even seen Yemov yet. He's still to come.
Right, and it's not over yet. We'll show you the conclusion of the high bar a little later. But Games of St. Petersburg, where men's gymnastics is coming to a soaring conclusion. We've told you about who picked up the hardware in the vault and the parallel bars, but now let's go out for the fight to the finish in the men's high bar competition.
Welcome back to our gymnastics competition here, the event finals, the high bar. The score for Alexei Varopayev was a 9.75, which will put him in first place for the moment. Ready to go now on the high bar from Italy, Giovanni Di Nocenzo. As you see the score, 9.75. That's the score to beat. He's just 20 years old, from Rome.
He was the final qualifier into this event, scored a 9.25.
One-arm giants to a very high release move. His style is a lot different from some of the Chinese or Varopayev from Russia. It's a little slower, very smooth.
Oh, very strange on the dismount. It almost looked like he peeled off just a little bit.
Yeah, he looks a little surprised himself. This is the one-arm giant swing.
This is more like the gymnastics we saw several years back. We're seeing for many of the gymnasts a more aggressive kind of swing, which makes it faster and stronger. Now on the dismount, it looks like he just let go a little early, kind of plucked up the bar. Had to bend his leg slightly, just make sure he got around, which I'm sure he's glad of.
Score for Di Nocenzo, a 9.45. Now for the United States. This is Cheney Humphrey. As you see the score to beat, 9.75. Cheney was a finalist at the World Championships this year in Australia, just getting edged out of the medals. And Kathy Johnson, this is really one exciting high bar routine.
This is a great routine. 4 release moves in a row if he's on. And the key to him possibly being in there for a medal, I think, will be the dismount. Provided he gets through the routine like we think he can, he needs to stick the landing. Here they come. Halfway there. And there's the 4th one.
Right on. To the dismount.
Oh, no. Just short of rotation. Had to bend his knees way too deeply. In fact, they almost even touched the ground.
This is an amazing combination of release moves. 4 in a row. Few gymnasts will go for 4. Very few will do 3 in a row. Each one caught right on where he needs to be, and the 4th very high and clean.
Cheney has trouble with the consistency of the timing of his dismount. He never does it the same twice usually. It's taken out too far, so he lacks the rotation, and boy, those knees almost go down.
He only did a full twist in the team competition. He went for a double twist today. 9.45, the score for Cheney Humphrey. Will not put him in the medal standings. A tie for 5th at this point. You're looking now at Dan Barinka, 22 years old, from Romania, won the gold medal on the rings here yesterday.
Oh, that was beautiful.
In perfect form.
You'll often see a gymnast's legs come slightly apart on that release move and kept them completely together. Second release move, a piked front.
Having a great day here. Oh, no.
Oh, he bailed out of his dismount. That's a shame. He had a really strange fall in the 30-second warm-up. In fact, his coach, I think, was a little nervous standing underneath the bars watching him. But he got through the routine.
The routine was great up to this point.
He couldn't stay in with it, so he just had to tuck in and just be safe and come down on his feet. That's too bad.
The score for Dan Barinka, a 9.1, which at this point puts him in 7th place out of 7 competitors. So far, the star of the competition, Alexei Nemov, has 5 medals, as you see there, 4 of them gold. If he wins a gold in the high bar here, he would tie the most gold medals in a single Goodwill Games with Yuri Korolev at 5. Score to beat is a 9.75.
Oh, no, he did that in the warm-up. I'm very surprised. This is the first miss we've seen from this gymnast. He has been so consistent throughout.
Perfect all week long.
Just a little too far out.
Let's just see how close he was. It's a double back over the bar.
Not close enough to hang on.
Well, he's getting a lot of encouragement from the crowd here.
This gymnast has had more fun in the competition. He plays to the crowd. He's waving. He gave him a peace sign.
He loses a half a point, continues the exercise from where he fell off. He's going to do it again. Good for him. The gymnast has to complete a move to get the bonus points from the judges, and he did that.
Oh,
By retaining the
beautiful.
skill and a great dismount.
Dismount, it was just gorgeous. And you can see he really does love to perform. That's a shame. This is where his height looks so beautiful. Way up in the air. Nice tight twist.
The score, an 8.85. The lowest score, of course, for him all week long here at the Goodwill Games. So Nemov will have to settle for 5 medals here, 4 of them gold. Not too bad. So here are the final results. In the horizontal bar, Voropayev gets a gold. Nestor Chandro from Romania the silver. Chen Liang from China will take home the bronze. For Kathy Johnson, I'm Bart Connor. Thanks for watching the men's gymnastics individual event finals. Don't forget to tune in for more gymnastics here at the Goodwill Games. Starting tomorrow, it's the first ever mixed team competition featuring the top men and women gymnasts from the last week of gymnastics here in St. Petersburg, including American world champion Shannon Miller.
So Voropayev comes through in a big way, and China has something to cheer about tonight as they get their first gymnastics medal of these games.
They do. 7 nights we've had of gymnastics, Fred. It's been spectacular in many instances, but there's still 2 more nights of gymnastics to come when the mixed team competition begins tomorrow. The teams are comprised of 2 women and 2 men from each country. Among them, they'll hit all 10 disciplines, and we'll have that coverage over the weekend.